And now, a word from our sponsors. Just kidding.
Hey, howdy. BJ Ando from Out and About on the Recumbents. And just wanted to get with you guys and kind of let you know that sorry about no actual talking on the video, but it was really windy outside, really windy. And sand was blowing all over the place. And I just decided that it wasn't worth trying to fight to have you guys hear the wind and see the sand blow in my face and everything else on my ride. Basically, Joe had an eye appointment today, so I mainly went up to Angletech to put our name in for Angletech t-shirts. That's our shop here in Colorado Springs, Colorado, USA. And although, yeah, forgive me for all the AZUB stuff, but hey, it was free. And hey, there's an old saying in the Ando house: if it's free, it's for me. So, but yeah, I just kind of wanted to do a little bit of, kind of an intro and into the video and why it's going to be strictly music. But yeah, I went up mainly to they've got some new accessories in up there. They've got a new type of tank bag, handlebar bag. But it's actually made for a recumbent, so it opens on the side that's closest to you instead of all the way on the other way and everything. And it has a hard plastic base, so you don't have to worry about the bag kind of crushing in on you. That's one of the problems I have with my old Blackburn bags that I've got. I like the Blackburn handlebar bag, but it's not real convenient as far as using it, for camera equipment, because the zippers are not up to par as far as I'm concerned, and they get stuck when you're trying to open the bag, and it just makes things a lot. Joe had to go in and she pulled the zippers all the way back, and then what she did was she attached a real wide piece of Velcro, and the other attachment part to the top and to the side, and now I can actually open it with one, just one lever, even though it's not wood or anything, but I can just open it up with one thing, pull out my gear and everything, and hook it right back, and I don't have to try to mess with zippers and stuff, and so. It works. It does work good, but the bag is not hard. So I'm still gonna have to see if I can find some place that has like really like a thin plastic, because I don't want to use cardboard because that gets wet, and the tank bag is not waterproof. I keep saying tank bag. Sorry, it's not a tank bag. It's a handlebar bag. But, this one was not designed for a regular bicycle and not designed for the one I have now. The Blackburn was not designed for a recumbent. But due to Joe's talent with, sewing and that type of thing, she fixed it pretty good for me, so I'm pretty happy with it. But, yeah, we, like I said, I was out, just tried to pick up some of the more pretty scenery on the come on. We have too many trails with the same letter that starts. Oh, the Sinton Trail. and my brain gets confused sometimes. But and I still can't go up it like I got to that one time that they didn't happen to be there, because they're working on it again now. So probably filling in the side panels and doing all that and finishing up things. And then hopefully the next month they'll be done and we can go back to using it all the time, because boy, it's a real improvement going from horribly bumpy concrete, horribly bumpy old asphalt, to just really nice concrete without having the big dips or the big bumps or all that kind of stuff. So yeah, but like I said, I just wanted to give you guys a little intro on this, because I usually at least try to talk to you. But like I said, the wind was just flying. It was really bad that the dust would hit you on one side and you try to turn to go to the other side, to get away from it, and then it would hit you on that side too. I mean, you just literally can't win today with the wind. So if Joe had to have an appointment, this wasn't a bad day. The temperature was good. It was like in the high 60s. So that wasn't bad, but the wind had a little bit of a bite to it, because for afternoon, I stopped off, afternoon snack, I stopped off at Panera Bread and got hot tea and decided that I didn't want a Think Bar. I actually wanted some kind of a pastry, which is something I try not to do, with Joe being a type 2 diabetic. But they did have a cinnamon raisin bagel, and yes, I know bagels have sugar, la la la, but at least they don't taste horrible when you eat them. At least they don't to me. They taste okay. And even Joe's been able to eat a half a bagel. And, that's a full bagel is like 11 grams of sugar, but a half is only, 5.5. And that's not so bad. If it's five and below, in that area, then it's really not that bad for Joe. Her system can kind of handle it. It doesn't do anything radical. But if it gets anything above 10, forget it. Her blood sugar goes straight up. So, but as you know, I'm not a type 2 diabetic. But I try to follow her food plan, the fresher vegetables, as less sugar as possible. But every once in a while, I cave in. And the bagel just seems to be the perfect sweet enough that you feel like you've, got a little sugar, you got a pastry of some sort, and yet not so sweet that it makes you go, oh, like you just bit into a really sour lemon or something. Because that's what happens when you're, when you go as little sugar as possible. If you bite into something that's full of sugar, it's horrible. I mean, it literally tastes horrible. Your face goes, oh, God, it's so sweet. Oh, Lord. And so it's just like biting into a lemon, which it doesn't make any sense, but it does. That's just the way it is. And, you can't get rid of sugar. I can tell you that. You can't. Sugar's in everything. It's kind of like salt. You just have to look for the stuff with the least amount of sugar, the least amount of carb, the least amount of salt, that kind of stuff. But, our weather's been pretty good out here. It's actually been warm. We haven't had any rain in at least a couple of weeks, I'd say. And but the wind has come in at times, and the temps have dropped down. A couple of days, the temps dropped down into the 40 Fahrenheit. Like our weekend is Sunday is going to be clear down into the mid 40 Fahrenheit. So, it won't be the world's best. If it's windy at all, we'll probably walk and not ride. Now we will ride down to 35 and sunny. Has to be sunny. Absolutely has to be sunny. 35 and cloudy is too cold for our gear. Our gear is just not. We can do it, but we're cold the whole day. Unless we stop in and get a hot tea or something. But. This thing up here this fuzzy thing up here is actually a microphone, in case you wonder what the heck this thing is. I could probably put it over by the camera and you wouldn't even see it, and you'd probably still catch, because it's got a fairly decent range. But this is the way I do it, on the trike, so with the handheld camera. I do apologize for any wind noise or any electric motor hum in the hard mounted GoPro 6, but it's really weird. You cannot shut off the internal microphone in a GoPro 6. You know, it's like, come on, guys, why didn't you make it so you could shut it off? Because you know that one I usually put music to, so I really don't want any of the outside noise. But I can't do that. I was gonna try to see if I could find some kind of tape I could cover it up with, but what I'd like to do is find some more of the cat hair, as they call it, this fuzzy stuff, and put that over the microphone, and then try to put tape over it. Because, I don't want to use like duct tape or electric tape because that gets really sticky. And I don't want, I may need to use that. Let's say a GoPro 11 Mini, dies. Because I don't know if you guys know, but the Mini series is cheaper because it has an internal battery only. So when this battery gives up the ghost, camera's a toaster. Yeah, that's the bad thing about the Mini series. But I was very fortunate. A subscriber from Canada, which is really cool. I think Canada's cool. I don't care what the rest of America thinks. I think Canada's cool. And he was saying, I was saying, I want to get a second camera because I like to hard mount one and hand mount the other. And he said, I've got this old GoPro 11 Mini that I've never used. So, I asked him how much, and he said, we'll talk about that later. And then he sent it to me, and he said, no, don't worry about it. It wasn't getting used. So I want you to know, my friend, if you're watching, it gets used a lot. It's pretty much the go-to camera, because I normally don't like to get just, handheld. Or, hard mounted one way. I like to try to give you guys some different views. But sometimes the weather just kind of gets in the way. Okay, well, I'll shut up and let you guys, get into the, enjoy the video. But just wanted to say thank you to all our subscribers. You guys and gals are totally awesome. We so appreciate it. We've gained a couple more, which is great. We're working our way towards 500. We're really not very far away. We should be up into the, 470, 475. So that'd be really cool. When we get 500, I'm going to actually try to do a live from on YouTube from my computer and kind of make a little celebration thing out of it. Because I never expected to get to 500. So, but okay. I said I'd shut up, so now I need to shut up. All right. So, until we come together next time, my fine folks out there in recumbent trike land, happy trails from BJ and Joe Ando, trying to be out and about in the recumbents, even in the wind. All right. Bye for now. Bye.